Why start up a small business? We're going to answer that great question in this video. Okay, let's rock. Why start up a small business? My question would be, why not? And if you're watching this video, I'm sure it's crossed your mind. So listen up. I'm going to try to help give you some positives as to why you need to start up your own business if you're thinking about doing so. The main reason is because ultimately you're going to become your own boss if you do it right, and you're going to have lots of freedoms you didn't have before. Now, in the early games, you're going to be working way more than you did at your day job. So if you work for a company right now and you're working 30, 35, 40 hours a week, I can promise you that in order to be successful, highly successful in your business, you're going to have to work a lot harder. So expect more hours, less time with the family and friends, less time for yourself, and more time for your business. But what you're doing is you're building. You're building for your future. So you're paying your dues now, and you're setting up your ground, your foundation, your base, so that at some point in time, you can hire people, teach them how to do the things that you do with good, well-written, documented processes and systems, and then they can take most of the legwork from you, and you can just kind of manage your business. And so you can get it to the point where I always say we create our own reality. And I learned that many years ago. And we create our own reality is what you have to know about a business. The business can be as small, medium, or large as you want it to be. It can ultimately sell as much as you want it to. It really comes down to you. And a lot of people say, well, I'm never going to get there. I'm not going to do that. Well, as I always say, whether you think you're right or you think you're wrong, you're right. I'll say it again. If you think you're right or you think you're wrong, you're right. So I'm not going to argue with you. But if you think you can accomplish something great and you go after it and you put in the work, almost all the time, you'll succeed. Just know that. And I believe in you. I believe that you can do it if you keep pushing every single day towards that goal. Like the water, pushing down, rolling down the stream, the water never stops. It never stops. It keeps going down the stream unless, of course, it dries up. But let's assume it doesn't. It just keeps pushing down. And if there's a rock in front of the stream, who wins the fight? The rock or the stream? Eventually, at some point in time, the stream's going to win. Something's going to happen. There's going to be a current big enough, and it's going to push that rock out of the way and move it. And that's because of how persistent it is, how it keeps pushing down the stream and just relentlessly doesn't stop. So if you have that mentality and you're willing to put in the hours, the days, the weeks, and the years to build a solid business, let me tell you why you want to start your business. So I already told you that in the end, you can develop more freedoms, especially if you do it right. You can really get to a point where you don't have to be there. And your business can be running, and you could just stop in a couple times a week, check on it, check on your people, keep good relationships with your managers, with the people in your business, because those are going to be the people that ultimately can run your business. Now, awesome other perks. Why to start a business? It will ultimately give you the ability to do things that you would not have been able to do if you were just working for a company, and they'll be at your discretion. So I always recommend doing trade shows, traveling to out of state, and in some cases out of country conventions and events that are within your industry that can help show you new products, help you grow. You network, you meet new people. You'd be surprised. You might find a new supplier, a new distributor, something like that. But traveling and meeting people, that's where it's at. And you might not have been able to afford that, working for somebody else. But once you get your business going and it's starting to generate some income and you're making some money, the business can actually justify to pay you to get on a plane or drive or whatever, take a train, whatever you want to do, can pay you and all the expenses to go to that event. So you get this amazing ability to travel. And the best part, it's all a write-off. It's a tax write-off. It goes off your business because you're going specifically to that event for your business. So it kind of feels like, wow, why didn't I do this earlier? I get to travel more now. I get to, do whatever. And like I always say, one of the greatest reasons to start a business is because you get to pick what you want to do every single day of your life. You get to pick your passion. Whatever you love, whatever you enjoy, you get to do it. And so if you're sitting here watching this video right now and you work for a company, you may or may not like it, but let's assume that you really don't like your job. You're just doing it for the money. they pay well, or maybe they don't pay well, but that's the only option you have right now. Well, maybe you can keep working for the company right now, and as time goes, you can start working on the side to develop a side hustle, a side business, right? Yep, I said it, side hustle. Build that business on the side while you have that. So put in your effort with your existing company. Do your job, do an honest work, right? Don't hurt that company because they're paying you. They're entrusting that you're going to work hard. But maybe you're only working 30 to 40 hours a week. Well, how many hours do you have in a week? You have just as many hours as that. In addition to everything else, you could put in another 30 hours a week to start building a side business. Why not? And then get your website developed, get it all set up, get all your legal paperwork set up, start shopping if you're going to look for a location, whatever. There's so much information on my channel that you can learn about setting up your own business. But the bottom line is you get to do what you love. And if you can find that and then find your niche and find a way to make a living off of doing something that you absolutely love every day, as they say, you'll never work a day in your life. Because every day that you're working, so to speak, they call it work, you're not actually working, you're enjoying it. You're waking up and you're doing what you love. And I'm telling you, there's no greater feeling than waking up and being able to do what you want to do every single day of your life. So that's a huge perk to obviously doing that. And another reason to start a business, maybe right now, again, you're working for somebody else. And they give you structure. They say you have to be here from 9 a.m. to 5, right? The old 9 to 5 job. Well, maybe you don't want to be a 9 to 5 employee anymore. Maybe you want to sleep until noon. When you set up your own business, you basically command your own schedule. Now, you also dictate your own profit, how much money you make. So there's kind of that fine line between how many hours you work and what time of the day you work. If all your customers are theoretically, in the morning and are at lunch, like you have a restaurant and you think you're going to sleep till 4 in the afternoon, it's going to be hard to have a successful breakfast restaurant, brunch restaurant, if you're sleeping till 4 o'clock, unless of course this is years after you've set it up and you have people running it, etc. But the point I'm making is you can really have some flexibility in your schedule. You can love what you're doing. You can potentially get the ability to travel. If your company's making enough to support it, you can start traveling. There's so many perks in this, in owning your own business. And there's some that I haven't listed. Now, there's obviously drawbacks, but I wanted to talk about why to start a business and to at least plant that bug in your ear so you have some ideas as to why you might or might not want to start your own business. So, if you like what's going on here, if you like this video, please like it. Please comment. I'm going to continue to deliver, and please subscribe so that way you'll get notified when I upload a new video. Right now I'm doing one a day, so new information coming every single day. Again, please like it. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I helped you out. I hope I impact you. And remember, keep pushing hard, and be the hustler.